Wonderful goal by Richarlison. I commend you for not taking off your shirt, but a great goal. A great goal. That picture of Ryan jumping and trying to that was funny.
Got a spider monkey.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. When you believe, for all of you who have dreams out there, you know, it may not work out for you, but you put in the work. Let it all work out. And just one more for the Harry. Let it all work out.
Props to you guys. We cannot say anything about no set pieces.
So they can do it.
They can do it.
Then why don't you do it?
It would be too easy.
Yeah.
It would be too easy.
Speaking of starting of season, I don't know whether Rangers has posted another episode
Whoa.
since the pilot.
This show was
Yeah, it was benched.
yeah.
What is happening to Liverpool?
The first time we've actually had a moment of laughter.
Let's actually talk about this because Liverpool are so down badly.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Fought the Bag podcast. I'm your host Ted Kodawa, and these are my co-hosts. Yes, he's back. Bigger than ever, fresher than ever. 2 weekends out, and here he is. Serving suspensions is never easy, but he's been working hard at the training ground and he's ready to come back to the pitch and deliver the best news possible. Alex, how are you feeling after 2 weeks out?
You know, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. You know, in true Chelsea fashion, I cannot be a Chelsea supporter if I cannot get a red card every week. So up next is my colleague here. But, you know, that's insider knowledge. But nevertheless, I'm back.
Yes,
Welcome back.
he is. Amen to that. And my other co-host here, Kimathi. How does it feel?
It feels good to be back, and I have nothing much more to say.
Yes. Anyway, we are all done. Those are my co-hosts. This guy who sits on the couch all the time, I think he's homeless. He just sits here, and we're trying to make sure that he has a own place to stay. Yeah.
Don't worry, Ted. I'll get her home. It'll all work out.
Yes. Here for the back, we look out for people, even the homeless. Now, it has been a busy weekend, and I'm sure you're wondering why they're dressed in their team's jerseys and I'm dressed like a clown. Well, this is because I believed Tottenham would get points somewhere in at the Emirates, and yeah, I deserve this. But here we are. Here we are today with 2 Chelsea fans and an Arsenal fan, which, to be fair, they have had quite the weekend. And with that, today we will start at the Emirates Stadium
Oh, we will.
for Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh.
Game ended 4-1. Could have been a lot worse than that for Tottenham, eh?
Yeah, I'll take the throw. You know, the throw.
The throw.
It's just I'm still excited. You know, it's been a long
Going
been a
back to
long
his
day.
roots there.
Yes, it's been a long day. You know, it started quite well. You know, some would say it was easy, like a Sunday. Whoa, only. That's why I'm easy. Oh. The script writers were working overtime. Props to you, script writers. You cannot place it anymore. We'll get to him. We'll get to man like Eze. But I think Spurs decided to play probably in the second half. I'm not sure where they were in the first half. It's criminal for a derby to play 45 minutes in a derby and have registered no shot at all. Not even off target.
0.00 XG
For a derby
the first half.
is quite criminal. Rice did miss the first chance we had, so it was looking like, okay, maybe this is going to be a close one. Hopefully you're thinking you don't miss your chances and Spurs get some random, I don't know, deflection or set piece that they get a goal and then think, oh, these tactics are working, let's keep going. Yeah. No, there was none of that. And, well, we'll get to him, but of course, the most informed Belgian in the world right now. Best Belgian winger in the world. It's getting, he's stopped. I don't like it. He's supposed to be underrated. But everybody can see him now. Leandro Trossard. What a run, what a goal. He's not fast, you know. He may not be the biggest, but he's Mr. Reliable. The best ability is availability. Yeah, it was beautiful. And then, of course, you're thinking taking it to the half 1-0. Yeah, it's all right. Sure, that's all right. But, as they had other ideas, well, Spurs thought he did want to get to, to their team early in the transfer window. But alas, all he was doing was just trying to see where they may get some of their tactics, to tell Arteta. Because it seemed like anything he did, was it his destiny? You doggy. He was dropped down on the floor. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. What a finish. Right, left, let me see you do it. Right, left, let me see you do it. Whatever it was beautiful. The first goal,
Easy.
I would say probably some were talking about VAR for I believe it was the first or the second, that there were a couple of Arsenal players that may have been offside, but in reality, looking back, they had basically, they were away from the line of sight of the keeper, and Vicario wasn't saving that shot. So I mean, that's I'm thankful that the referee Michael Oliver didn't have one of his games, which was great to see. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Wow. We then decided in the second half, after Eze's second goal, I'm actually thinking about the gladiator-esque speech at halftime that the Spurs team were given. Fight for your right. And they folded like Kelani in 36 seconds. My goodness. It was beautiful to see. And obviously, as Arsenal as we are, reeling in the haters. Wonderful goal by Richarlison. I commend you for not taking off your shirt, but a great goal. a great goal. So you're thinking, maybe
Our mark.
maybe will it be a game of two halves? Is there a comeback here? Ted was on the edge of his seat, texting in the group chat. But no.
That was just one for the cheers, huh?
And the Lord, when you believe, for all of you who have dreams out there, it may not work out for you, but you put in the work. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. And just one more for the Harry. Let it all work out. It's a beautiful game. We wanted more, but you know what? We're not greedy.
We could have had.
We could have had more.
Could have had more.
It was beautiful. They always, Emirates were popping. Fans were going off. Our Tifo game, just like our play on the pitch, has stepped up. That was a beautiful Tifo from the last one. Oh, that Tifo was fantastic. You could see when Saka was walking in, it's like, oh wow, okay. So people, we're locked in.
Definitely a step up from the last one. But
we won't talk about that.
Yeah, but but it's good to have that atmosphere alive and kicking in the stadium and doing that. And to be fair, it's a statement result for Arsenal.
Sure.
Yeah, and they really did put Tottenham in their place. Because to be fair, Tottenham have not been good against any of the big sides in the season in this season, and it's evident whenever they
aside from City, I believe. Didn't they do overseas City? Did they lose to City?
I'm not sure what happened versus City.
I believe they beat.
They might have beat.
Yeah, I believe that they beat. I think so. If I'm not too, or they drew or something. They usually do well against City.
Well, even if I don't think they did well, but they have been beaten by the majority of the top six.
Yeah, I feel like they don't do really well against the top. They're not doing really well against the top six, and maybe you can look at it in the sense of maybe that a coach like what's his name again? Thomas Frank.
Yes, I'll get to him too.
Yes, Thomas Frank is more of a pragmatic manager when he comes against top sides. It's maybe is it quote unquote muscle memory for him to just when he sees a top side and he says, you know what, we're just gonna defend, sit back and see. But the problem is when he does that, they don't even create. Because to be fair, the top creators in Madison and Kulusevski have been injured all season. Now it's a big risk to try and play that way without your top creators in your side. You've just got to risk it, man.
Yeah.
You've got to risk it, and you can't be having Van de Ven as your top scorer. He's your centre mid, bro.
Absolutely. Actually, I thought they'll probably try and do like sit back but like throw players forward on the counter attack. Now that Kudus coming back, but even that Kudus was still very quiet. But maybe it's too soon for the coming off injury and everything. But all in all, at the end of the day, from the tactics to how the players play, just things were not working out for them very well. But props to you guys. We cannot say anything about no set pieces.
No set
Absolutely.
So
Every single
4 goals, no
from
set
open
pieces.
play.
You know,
Set
very-
play. So they can do it.
they can do it.
Then why don't you do it?
I don't know. Then it would be too easy.
Ah,
It would be too easy. And speaking of defending as well, shout out to Pierre Hincapié as well. That was his first start actually in the North London derby. Performance that warranted a clean sheet, to be honest, but it was unfortunate the Zubimendi mistake and, as I mentioned, Richarlison's wonderful goal. But other than that, Spurs
Blame Zubimendi or blame David Raya for being off his line?
I don't know. We had the ball. Typically, Raya is always.
It's Zubimendi's.
Raya is always.
It's Zubimendi's goal because, to be fair, Raya barely
always
has
off
anything
his
to
line.
do.
True, yeah.
He has things to do, but
Raya is
which,
always
which,
looking
which,
like-
which then you can argue, about alertness, because like you said the last time where you like Raya could come and sit on the pod with us because he's not doing much in the
To be
goal,
fair,
right?
like that goal was actually brilliant.
No, it was right under the crossbar.
He saw it happening.
Yeah.
He was
He
stretched run
tried.
back.
He
He was stretched
tried.
run back, but it was perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect execution
Yeah.
for it because
Mhm.
if it wasn't that perfect, Raya would have still got.
Yeah.
Because Raya is one of the fastest keepers
yeah.
around. He's one of the fastest keepers. I don't know if you've ever seen that video where Raya was chasing a player back and he got to the ball because Raya had gone in for a corner to try and score it, and they lost the ball and
tried back.
he ran and got the ball before the attacker because he's a very fast player regardless. So he would have.
It's a very If we ended up somehow in another universe, let's say Earth 2, that Tottenham came back for some reason, like that picture of Ryan jumping and trying to that was funny. Yeah,
He's got a spider monkey.
Yeah. That was funny.
But yeah, all in all, it was quite a statement from Arsenal and quite showing their intent. They're not going to drop any points.
Yeah.
When people are, people are always expecting Arsenal to. Is it going to be today? Is it going to be today? Is it going to be today?
When is it?
When is it? Because everyone expects Arsenal to have that blip moment, and is it gonna come? Yeah, everyone thinks it's gonna be during that January moment. That
I still think it's not to come.
It's
I think
usually
this first half.
it's usually that moment where Arsenal is known to kind of choke. But I've never seen them this consistent, this confident, and they also have depth this time around. So it's concerning as rival fans. If you don't want Arsenal to win the league, you're thinking I'm not seeing any weaknesses. Because if you're thinking, they didn't have their star man in terms of Gabriel, in terms of how they usually go about their games with the corners and set pieces, then you're like, okay, let's see maybe they'll struggle him.
Bro, and the only goal that was scored, you could argue, had nothing to do with the defense.
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly.
Nothing to do with it.
Then
That's good.
Yeah, you had the attackers now pulling up their socks and saying, yeah, we need to do this. And look at that, they beat Tottenham 4-1, and it could have arguably been 6-1. And I think obviously Tottenham is not the greatest side, to be honest. Yes, but Arsenal, you can only beat what's in
front of you. Exactly.
So Arsenal seem to be doing the job every single game week, and
Is it 15 games unbeaten across all competitions?
Wow.
That's a great number because now this is 15 years unbeaten in the North London derbies at home.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
This ain't a rivalry. This ain't a rivalry.
It's not derby anymore.
I need to.
one-sided.
I need to watch his reacting. What's his
Expression losing?
Expression.
Oh yeah, he's going through it right now. He's going through it.
I need to see what he's talking
Yeah.
about because I love his
Crash. Yeah, he was crashing out. He was
But
crashing
yeah,
out.
for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, this looks like it's gonna be the year, guys. It's
okay.
looking like it's
Yeah.
gonna be the year for you guys.
Yeah, before we move on, it's just one game, but again, it's a statement win. I definitely believe if teams do want to, as you saw with Sunderland, it's possible for us to concede 2 goals. But if you're coming in with that defensive mindset, light work. Especially now, as you saw Madueke, Martinelli coming back from injury. If you defend and then we have those players as well who can bring onto the bench, add a different dynamic to attack. It's not. I don't think that's the way to beat us, personally.
I genuinely
don't
think the teams that have fared fairly well against Arsenal, not well, but have competed with us this year.
Challenge
Yes.
basis.
Those teams that have not been afraid to go at Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think those teams have been very few this year. And it's maybe, yes, obviously, fair enough. You're facing an Arsenal that's
looking
that's not
formidable
barely
opponents.
conceding that scoring goals at free will. You're gonna get scared a little bit, and you want to sit back and like kind of protect your goal and be like, if we don't concede, maybe we'll get the odd chance and maybe we can get a goal here or somewhere, So that's the kind of mentality most teams are going with right now. But it never works out. I mean, if you're gonna lose, you might as well just eat.
Yeah, I mean, for Spurs, they may as well have gone for it.
They might as well have gone for it.
To concede 4 goals.
Yeah, I mean, why defend and end up conceding 4?
Yeah.
At least if you were attacking, we can say.
Yeah, we can say it was an open
players
game.
forward. Yeah, you threw players forward.
You threw players forward and you conceded 4. That would have been like, okay, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. We can't blame you. Yeah, you tried your best. You did your best. It wasn't enough, but you tried, and that's. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how other teams fare against Arsenal. But I don't think anytime soon that they're going to be stopped. And rings in, you guys. Your next game is Chelsea FC. Yeah, and obviously Chelsea, obviously we have they raise questions. I mean, they beat the teams they're supposed to beat most of the time.
They're in a title.
Most of the time,
They're entitled
yes.
to
Most of the time they beat the teams they're supposed to beat. It's that consistency of whether they can, keep going.
Consistency is not there for sure, but I'll leave those thoughts to anybody with the predictions.
Yes. It's very interesting, but it'll be very interesting to see how Arsenal go for their next game against Chelsea. That's going to be a big game for sure. Speaking of the title race, yes, we did have a team that I keep thinking is in.
Can I find his words?
I can't believe is in the title race, but it's not. Okay, maybe it still is, but they keep having hiccups, and whenever the season is like this, they're not in the title race, and that's Manchester City. Manchester City versus Newcastle. City lost 2-1. Obviously, St. James is not an easy place to go and win. But, as a wise man always said, once Guardiola gets it right.
Once he gets it right.
Once he gets it right.
Well screwed. Once he gets it right. And in fact,
Then continue.
Once he gets it right.
Well, I don't know. You always any player.
That's when you're a prof, that's you leave the rest for somebody up to interpretation.
Maybe he's been saying once he gets it right, he still won't win the thing.
And then you say, I told you.
I knew it all along. I knew it all along.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you guys this.
I was quite surprised, but as I meant, it is always hard to go to St. James's Park. We were getting some stick for celebrating Gabriel's winner, and just a couple of weeks ago. And as you can see, it's not everyone can win there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm quite surprised, to be honest, because Pep Guardiola he's a serial winner, and when he mentions that this is the start of the season, with respect to coming after the international break and the next one being, I believe, next year in March.
Yes.
And mentioning that this is the start of the season, and then losing the
starting
first game of the season. Interesting.
Speaking of starting of season, I don't know whether Rangers has posted another episode since the pilot.
No.
The show was cancelled.
The show was definitely cancelled. It was benched. Yeah, the show's benched.
Oh.
But also, to be fair, for the Man City game, it's not like they were not creating chances.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Haaland had what to basically call a sitter, where he shot the ball directly at the keeper, and people started talking about how it must be very difficult to get that 100th goal. Huh? It's really difficult, right?
It's really
and then moving on to that as well, even one other chance that I thought was a big chance for them to miss was
Phil
Foden, right? He was actually given it on a plate this time round, and then he just showed it.
I want to thank Phil Foden for the wonderful assist he gave in the international break for Eze. That's the reason why Eze, as per the English, that's the reason why Eze has scored the hat.
I mean, when players like Phil Foden do all the work and set it on plate
right?
for people like Eze to come and curl it from 25 yards. When they make it so simple for you, when football is made easy for you, it's when it's more beautiful.
Yes.
And you'd think
Some might say it was easy.
There we go.
That one was good. Good. 10 points. 10 points.
Oh yeah, 10 points to Gryffindor.
That one was good.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, now you're negative.
Plugging up.
You're gaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yes, Foden had a good chance. This time it was actually on a plate, as he said. Actually on a plate, and he did put it wide. And it's that kind of season for City where, obviously, if Haaland is not firing, it's a problem. It's a big problem. And we've mentioned this time and time again. So I don't think they can win the league. Not like that. No, not with a one-man army like that.
With the way they are right now, even if Haaland is on fire,
No, they can.
It's
Not sustainable.
regardless.
It's not sustainable.
depending
Because you need a team that's also keeping clean sheets then in that sense. And they're not.
That's also true.
They're not.
True.
If they were
The
keeping,
defense is not
if their
not
defense
solid.
was airtight,
Arsenal-esque.
if it was airtight and they're not conceding goals,
Yeah.
and then maybe yes, you have Haaland playing like a whatever he's playing like an alien, then you can say okay, maybe they can do something.
Yeah.
Maybe they can push a little bit because they do have quality players around still.
At the same time, I've got a question. Is Haaland feeling or facing the same struggles that Messi and Ronaldo have faced before, where they're being compared to their own selves? Because we're saying that Haaland is misfiring and everything, but the guy still has 15 goals in the league currently.
No,
He's
that's
not
not
misfiring.
And
It's
second
not- it's not
second
that-
place
yeah.
has 9.
He's not misfiring.
Yeah.
He had an off game. You will know he's likely to score a hat-trick and then he makes
And the next game, yeah.
next game.
It's not that he's misfiring. It's just that there's a reliance on him. So in those games that he's misfiring, can somebody else step up and get a goal?
They don't
or
have
two. Because now if your defense is a little bit shaky,
You need to
you
outscore.
need to outscore the other team. So then it's a question of okay, are we relying on Alan to always have a good game? Because actually, even on the other side for Newcastle, Voltemade as well.
Voltemade,
Just
yeah,
a couple
so many
minutes. The
chances,
first half,
yeah.
they were just going, bang for bang.
Bang for bang. And for M.
You missed,
Miss for miss. M for M.
So that was interesting. And yeah, Newcastle will always they may not always beat you, but the game, it's going to be a close
Make
game.
it tough.
They always
So
make
it's-
it hard.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. And if you're not taking your chances and they get theirs, the fans now are on their end, and it becomes very tough to get back that momentum.
True.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Newcastle, yes, as you said, ultimately not scoring. He did have chances to score, good chances, but up steps Harvey Barnes. You need that's what City doesn't have. Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a man who's doing his stretches. I don't know how he scored that second goal. That's a man who's doing his stretches, man.
That was an interesting. I don't know what to call that kick.
And it's in the back heel, but it's not really a back heel. It's like from the front as well. Like, but props to him though.
Impressive goal. He needs the flair trait in FIFA.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but for some of us, it's an overextension. it's an injury.
Injury calling right
Yeah,
there.
it's very, very interesting. We'll come to the other teams as well, but on the mechanical, I'll talk about it as well on the Liverpool end. But even for Haaland, Newcastle is not known for their Wi-Fi, so I think the problem was there was a software update that had to come in. At the international break, yeah, and typically Newcastle is not known for their Wi-Fi, strong Wi-Fi, so it didn't finish updating, so it was had a little bit of issues. One of the
Was it like Windows or what was it?
No, I'm not. I'm not privy to Haaland. That's
Oh, you're not
proprietary.
privy,
That's
yeah.
proprietary technology.
Oh,
We've never seen stuff only Federal law.
Yeah.
Only yes, we've never seen before. But on the other hand, we'll go to the mechanical side because we'll talk about the slot machines and the the Frank engines and things of that nature. But that's for another topic. That's for another
Cut him off, please. He tagged. It's him tagged.
He's handed.
It seems this guy has been thinking of jokes on his way here. All day he's just been waiting to start filming this podcast and start spewing all this nonsense. But you know what?
Thomas Frank,
Engineer.
and slot
Ta,
machines.
ta, ta. Just there. Ta, ta, ta.
Engine is it?
It's faulty.
Hey,
It's faulty.
hey.
Ta, ta, ta.
Moving on swiftly. Let's move on.
Those are not the engines we're talking about. But anyway, yeah, you know what? Yeah, City. We wait and see how that falls out for how it happens for them. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. This is why it's a little bit of a sticky one still for them this season. Now we will move on kindly to.
I'm just fixing myself. Don't worry.
You're good.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to another game that was quite interesting. A game that
He's
I-
go to a mechanical game.
turned heads around. Maybe not too many heads because it was an expected result. We expected this result at some point. Maybe a lot of people didn't expect it. Maybe some didn't expect it. But a lot of people saw it coming because of the way they've been playing. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Wow. 3-0 at Anfield. Guys, what is happening to Liverpool?
You know, this is the first time I've actually had a moment of laughter. It's a moment of silence because, no, honestly,
No. Let's actually like talk about this because Liverpool are so down badly. I don't even know what's going on because the second goal for when Becker, for Forest, when Becker, even him, he was just like, yo, what are we doing here? Slots is not looking like he knows what is going on, but it's sad sometimes to see Liverpool like that. They are competitors. You want to have your competitors.
The ball managers are struggling, eh?
Bro,
All the managers.
there's sunshine over here. There's sunshine over here. Yeah, there's sunshine over here.
We're going to be right back after this short break. We're going to keep talking about Liverpool and all things Chelsea and United, obviously. We never miss those. Please, stay tuned. Keep up with us. Please, we will be right back shortly. Welcome back after that short break. Yes, as always, we support black businesses. As you have seen in that break, the favorites, Trisha Makeup Point.
Woo! Clock it.
Yo, Tutti Glam Hair. Yo,
Tell 'em again.
Beyond YVR Bouquets. Hot businesses here.
Very hot.
Yeah, very hot businesses. Please make sure to check their pages. Yeah, please have a look. Those are five-star service. Anyway, speaking of 5-star services, this is something Liverpool has not been seeing so far.
Oh, really?
And we were speaking about slots before we decided to, because we don't want to depress you all the way through the segment, and we're gonna show you good things. This is why we gave you that break, because obviously speaking about Liverpool, for the Liverpool fans, I know this might be a tough.
No, it's not night. It is. It's a tough move.
It's a tough moment for the Liverpool fans, and yes, if you're feeling that you need flowers, we've given you someone who can help you. If you're feeling that you need to glam up yourself a little bit, someone.
Cheers with some makeup.
Yeah, we got you. And if you feel like you want a different hairstyle, so people don't know who you are anymore, so that you can go in disguise. We've given you that too.
We got you.
We got you guys. This is here, as I said, here for the back. We take care of the community. And Liverpool fans, you're part of the community.
Absolutely.
Anyway, speaking of Liverpool, Kimathi here was talking about how it's very strange how far they've fallen off from last season, from being champions, going over in the summer and spending about 300-400 million, and then now
50.
after 12 games, you're sitting 11th on the table.
Yeah, the record is 606.
Yeah,
6 wins, 0 draws.
12 games.
Yeah,
6 wins, 6 losses. And losing 6 games in 12 games is, for any team that is aspiring to win the league, that is, it's not good.
Yeah, we don't know.
We keep saying unless they they've finished all their losses for the whole season right now, and they go on a win streak for the next 30 odd games or 28 odd games, which is unlikely in what we've seen. But yeah, they're not looking good.
Liverpool. I mean, I know. Yes, obviously, as rival fans, we're seeing the funny side of it, and we love it. We love every bit of it, because obviously we were hating every bit of last season, and Liverpool fans did get a mouth, and with all due respect, they deserve that. You know, when your team is winning the league, you can speak as much as you want. So this feels very good because this is a humbling moment. This is them being brought down back to earth, and you know this feels good, obviously. But we've got to speak about the details. It feels like we keep repeating ourselves every week about Liverpool's woes. They don't like Wirtz is injured for 6 weeks now, so they can't blame him. Isak played again, didn't score. Didn't do anything.
That's he wasn't there.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, people. There were photos of the gentleman from Captain Phillips, the fired. So it's interesting. I believe, and Slot mentioned he did have a preseason, so I'm not sure how many games he needs to kind of get back on track because he is a proven Premier League striker.
That's true.
I believe he will get back to his top form of last season, but for me, I don't think the first thing you should do is start Ekitike. I don't think Isak has done enough to warrant him being starting, because it's not a given that okay, yes, then the price tag is a factor, but it's not like Ekitike is going to play the whole game. He plays the 60, Isak has 30 minutes. I believe that's enough time.
What gives you the confidence that Isak will get back to his best? What gives you that?
Oh, not. I'm just the fact that he's a proven Premier League striker.
How many times does a Premier League striker move up in terms of the team they're playing for,
and look
and then it happens.
Yeah,
it happens, and they never recover, because you know, playing for Newcastle is one thing. All due respect to Newcastle, but Newcastle is not Liverpool. The pressure in Liverpool, the expectations in Liverpool are different.
Absolutely.
And that pressure could end up getting to you. You know, obviously, we've never seen him play for such a club. Yes, he has played for Borussia Dortmund, but it's Dortmund. It's not Liverpool still. I mean, Dortmund does have a huge fan base.
Plays
But
for Newcastle.
sorry,
Isak.
what about? Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, he's also played for Newcastle.
Yeah, he just said that. And anyway,
No, sorry.
Yes.
I believe it was Real Sociedad.
Right, yeah, he played for Real
That's
Sociedad as well.
Yeah.
And none of these clubs are the magnitude of Liverpool. And obviously, this is the first time now we are seeing him in a club where you're expecting big things. And you've also been, fair enough, he's also never been bought for 150 mil.
but to be fair, though, do you think you're the way you're talking right now seems like it's so heavily the blame is falling so heavily on Isak, right? So pressure or things like that, right? I think there's also the tactics as well, right? For the Liverpool do not play the same way Newcastle played, right? And Newcastle had the time, of course, to gel and figure out what Isak needs and how he likes to be to be played with. But then now with Liverpool, pause.
I was just gonna say how he likes to be fed, but yo,
Honestly, I racked my brain for words and I couldn't, and I just said, let's go with it.
that's what you're about. Yeah.
Yo, Newcastle looks like, what kind of club is
Like you were saying, you like to play with those players.
I was talking about Newcastle, but nevertheless, when it comes to Liverpool now, even though I'm saying that I think that the blame does fall on multiple sides, I think a striker of his caliber, somebody like you said multiple times, is a proven striker in the Premier League. I think a striker of his class should be able to adapt and change some certain things, because like you can't say that Liverpool used to change their entire structure to to play with Isak the way he needs to play or the way he likes to play best. But at the same time, both of these people, both these situations, both Isak and the club of Liverpool, should be big enough to be able to adapt and find something that gels. Maybe that's what Slot's been going on and off about lacking a preseason. Maybe it's because of that. It's like I have not found a way to work with this striker. But then that goes back to what Cairo said. Then play Ekitike.
Yeah, it's really not even about me thinking whether Isak will get his confidence or not. It's literally that the start you had. Okay, you can say even the games that you did win, it's not like you dominated the entire game, but you can pick out points in that game and say that Hugo Ekitike was the best player on the pitch.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Then now you obviously signing Isak with all the drama that happened. Now you start to incorporate him in the team. He doesn't have his fitness yet. He doesn't have his confidence, doesn't have the goals. But then now you start to bench Ekitike. And then it even puts more pressure on Slot, because now people are asking, why aren't you starting Ekitike? And then you throw him on, and then you also put pressure on Ekitike with 15 or 20 minutes to do something. when you have zero momentum whatsoever in the game, and somebody is pulling out a oldie from nowhere. So yeah, it's putting more pressure on Slot.
You always wonder,
Yeah.
like with these things, it's a lot of pressure on Slot, and so you keep thinking, did he want both Ekitike and Isak? Was it worth it to get both? Was it really necessary to get both? Because you spent a lot of money, and yet we all asking ourselves, where are you gonna fit them? Where are you gonna play these people? How are you gonna play both of them? Because then again, you do not want disharmony in your team again. Because if Ekitike is feeling hard done by because he feels like he's playing better than Isak, and Isak is playing because of his price tag, it's not fair on him, And we're playing in a merit-based sport, which is why, I mean, even thinking about it, I feel like even if they were to drop Salah, who are they gonna play? Because Salah is not playing well. Neither is he. Neither is Chiesa. Chiesa had his moments at the beginning of the season, yes, but no. I think the whole team has fallen into a rut at the moment. Van Dijk is just...
Yeah, I mean, hindsight is a great tool, but definitely for Isak's price tag, they could have gotten at least 2, if not 3, solid defenders. Just some backup of some sort. Where they're looking at the centre-back position, or maybe even a defensive right-back other than Conor Bradley. I wouldn't say necessarily Frimpong is the most defensive-minded right-back. But yeah, you're clearly seeing that they have no depth in defense, and 2, the current defenders aren't really defending at all. Well, at least barely. Yeah, Konate, I'm not sure where his head's at.
Real a bit, maybe.
We should really check his Duolingo. I was going to say, someone should check his phone on what apps he's been using the most. So it's really interesting because that's
Kind.
Where's this show going to? What are we talking about here?
I have no idea.
But yeah,
Football.
Football guys. I'm sticking to football guys.
Because an interesting thing, because when I looked at the team, the lineup, I'm like, oh, like Alisson is back. So maybe this will bring, because when you look back, when did these problems start to occur?
When
Alisson started more. Okay, Alisson got injured. Now Alisson is back 3-0.
Yeah, the scapegoat is
even worse.
It's even worse than
Yeah,
before.
so I'm not. I don't know. It's tough. But that's why I'm not paid the big bucks. I mean, if Slot is who he thinks he is.
To be honest, I think Slot should go back to Liverpool's old MO back in the day. I say back in the day, I mean like in the last couple of years. Just outscore opponents. I think you should focus on his attack.
The issue is you try and outscore, but your top attacker is not firing.
So
That's an issue.
That's a tactic to use if you're firing on all cylinders.
I think the idea also, the way obviously Klopp set up his team is the transition.
Yeah.
You'd be there one moment, 2 passes, Salah is in the box. So that was obviously a joy to watch for Liverpool fans. Obviously, when you watch the game as a neutral, if you put biasness on the side, you even as a fan of football, you enjoy it. It was very exciting to watch.
And as they call it, end-to-end football.
Yeah, literally. and now, oh God,
Yeah.
it's hard to watch Liverpool play football.
To be fair, they did have a lot of the possession, especially like in the first half, but really had nothing to show for it. And then the one possibly open chance that Forrest got, that's one chance, boom, goal. And you're like, okay, guys, if you can't create chances and you can't defend well, that's
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Man, oh man, it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool do against West Ham, right?
Yeah.
Some would say it's potentially a relegation battle.
Oh well.
I can
Speaking
see
of
you've skipped over the mid-table battle. I'm just saying, you've gone straight to relegation.
speaking of relegation battles, Liverpool did face Nottingham Forest, and Nottingham Forest 3 weeks ago were in the relegation zone, and now since Sean Dyche came in, 3 games in his 1-2 drawn 1, and look at him, he's out of the relegation zone. 2 of those games were against Liverpool and Man United, to be fair, and look, I mean, he's doing a job that was brought in to do. He's always brought in to get the team out of the relegation zone, and he's like an expert at this point. And look at him doing it again. Now you've got Gibbs White firing again. Elliot Anderson playing like an international England player, which he is now. You know, he did get the call up, and he's starting with Declan Rice. And Tuchel did mention that he is going to be starting with Declan Rice for the foreseeable future. That is a big statement for a player of that caliber. As I keep saying that he's a very good player. And again, he was a standout player against Liverpool. It'll be, obviously, I feel like if a team tries and sign him next summer, it's going to be over 100 million. I've mentioned it again. Marinakis is not someone to play around with. We know that. But
one bit too sure. I tell you one thing, Ted. Sean Dyche. He knows how to get people right. Sean Dyche, he plays simple football. 4-4-2. Cross it into the box. We do not want, very many things. Guardiola is there. Tactics. Pull. Sean Dyche is get it to the wing. Cross it in. Let's see what happens. Sean Dyche.
I'm just trying to remember which goal they crossed in. I think the first one was a penalty, to be fair.
Because he's talking
I know. I don't know if he's even play 4-4-2 anymore. He's adapted, which is good to see. Good managers adapt, and he's come in and he's implemented the basics. And
is that a jab at a certain manager or no?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But yes.
The system.
It's not the system.
It's not the system. It's not the system.
It's not the system.
It can never be the system.
It can never be the system. But anyway, I think Sean Dyche is doing a really good job at Nottingham Forest. Let it not got said and done. Even beating Liverpool 3 at Anfield, regardless of how they're playing, with the fans there, it's like a 12th man. So it's still a good achievement. It's a big achievement for Nottingham Forest, and they're on the way up. When you've got your main man Gibbs White scoring goals, you're in places, and we're still yet to see whether Wood is going to come back and fit into the system as well. Because Sean Dyche did have Wood at Burnley, so so let's see how that goes for him. And
some good Wood, yeah.
Speaking of Burnley,
yes, you did mention Burnley. We're gonna just pretend it didn't happen. We're gonna go to the next game, which, I feel like some of the games are just hilariously boring, man. Sometimes we need another red card, Chelsea. We need another red card. Spice up the game.
Actually, in fact, just do that in your next game. Just do that in your next game.
Spice up the game or something. But
Up.
yes, we are going to speak about Burnley versus Chelsea. 2-0 win to Chelsea. Not much I could say about that game, to be honest. People expected Burnley to lose.
Burnley lost.
And Burnley lost. Yeah. Chelsea was expected to win. Chelsea won. I didn't see anything different per se. Yes, Enzo Fernandez scored the goal.
I think there were a few differences. Maybe, the a non-supporter wouldn't see them, but that's why we have me and Kimathi, two electric engineers. But yeah, there are a couple of differences that happened. For example, there were a couple of players who were rested due to the international break. So Caicedo didn't play. Esteban didn't play as well. And FPL managers here are a bit upset, but we'll ignore them for the time being. To be fair, I was very happy to see I've forgotten his name.
Gittins?
No, not Gittins.
Luis?
I want to replace Caicedo.
Santos.
Lavia?
Santos. Andre Santos.
Yes, I was very happy to see Andre Santos step into that role because I think he played very, very well in this game. And step into the shoes of Caicedo it's not an easy task to do, not in the slightest. But he was there to clean up things. There's a good chance that Burnley had down the right wing, and Santos was there to clear the ball. Besides that as well, Kimathi always keeps on talking about our best player being Pedro Neto. And I've often been against that. But if you look at the track record, he has like, is it 5 goal contributions in the last 5 games?
You know, I saw a stat that Pedro Neto has finally reached 30 GA
In his career?
in his career.
Yeah.
He's been there for a while.
He's been there for a while. He was playing for Wolves though. But
I mean,
Nah, to be fair though, even Cunha was playing. As in, the Wolves were a tough team to go to back in the day, with the Doherty and them. Yeah,
but he was playing for Wolves. But I'm saying he just reached 30 GA in his career. It's a little bit.
it's something else. But you know what? Let's move past the individual person's career. We're talking about Chelsea here. But yeah, Gittins had a great assist for Pedro Neto. Once again, it looks like Chelsea's most attacking player is Marco Correa. He's always in and around doing something in the box to get a goal going somehow. Without him, I honestly don't know what we're gonna do, and we don't have depth in that position at all.
Yeah, you actually do.
And also, that's always something to worry about. And given that he's also starting for Spain, playing almost every single game, that's something it's on my mind, and I think it's on very many Chelsea supporters' minds. But yeah, at the end of the day, things went well. The things that I think did not go well, that I really wanted to see more of, was Liam Delap. He came in. He was given a chance to start. We thought now he's fit. He's back from injury. We were hoping things would go well, but I don't know. Maybe is it the pressure of like coming back off not playing for a while, wanting to make sure you cement your team in your place in the team. He was taking shots from places he should not be taking shots from. There were opportunities where he could have passed, laid off the ball to another player. He could have squared the ball across the goal, and he kept on just not doing those things. And then, do you know the worst part for him in this case is that then Mark Gui comes on and does the exact thing that I was asking him to do the whole time.
Have you thought of the possibility that maybe Delap is just not good enough?
Too soon.
Amen. I support. I second that.
I
second that.
I feel like Delap is a grit player. Grit, grit, not great. He's a grit. GRIT. He's a grit.
Somewhere there, but not there yet.
He's a grit player. He's just a player with grit, and literally just that. He's just like more or less like a bulldog. That's what he does. And whether that fits a club like Chelsea, I feel like he would fit a club like Newcastle really well, because those guys just war dogs everywhere, man. But I feel like
Chelsea, I'm not particularly opposed to bulldog in the striker position.
Oh no, that you had a bulldog scoring goals.
Yeah, fair.
This one is a bulldog, but all bark, no bite. So like I feel like he's and fair enough. He was it's a risk-free transfer. You bought him for £30 million. It's basically in today's market, it's nothing. And I feel like that's why you wait for Joao Pedro after anyway. But I don't think Delap is that guy. Yeah, especially not to lead Chelsea's line. Not in the foreseeable future. I genuinely think he falls in the category where in 2 years he's going to be gone.
So you mean much like every Chelsea striker in the past 6 years?
Yes. I feel like if you guys were to have a striker like a Kitike, for example, like
that's a good striker.
That is a good striker that you can build on for 5-6 years. Definitely. But Chelsea doesn't.
6-7.
Oh my gosh! Oh God, no. We apologize. The statements and the views that have been shared by Brian Kimathi do not reflect what we have yet for the back.
Yes.
Wow. Anyway, we're going to move past that abrupt disruption. But yes, with Liam Delap, which remains to be seen how it works out for him at Chelsea. But so far, I don't see it.
It's not looking promising. And then the issue that we also have here is that the player who was then, like you mentioned, bought after Liam Delap, we thought was going to be the main man, seems to be, like they're called, a 9.5. It's not a 9, it's not a 10. We don't know where he plays. Joao Pedro, he plays, sometimes he plays better as a 10, sometimes he plays better as a 9. There's no consistency, there's no reliability, and as you guys said earlier, that's the worst kind of ability, when there's no availability.
Yeah, best kind of ability is availability.
Yeah, so that's the issue. So I was happy to see Mark Gui. If I could see Mark.
Yeah. If first name basis.
It's first name basis, huh? As Chelsea fans.
And a very good.
I was happy to see Mark come on and at least, do the thing we're looking for right now. Because, if your strikers are misfiring, then at least, get the creativity to bring it into the box. Pass across the box if you need to. Score into open net if you need to. So that it's for the benefit of the team. That's what we need. But when a striker is thinking that he's still a striker and he's busy sending things to season ticket holders, what's the point?
That is true. Well, with Chelsea, we'll wait and see how well they do against the next opponent, Arsenal. We will get that to a minute. Well, in a minute. Next up, we will talk about Man United. Obviously, the game has not been played. It will be played tomorrow. Man United versus Everton. Obviously, we spoke about the predictions last weekend, so we won't speak much about that game. We will kind of see how that goes for me as a Man United fan. Obviously, hope we win game by game, take game by game, because our next game is difficult. We face Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park, so this is a tough game, and everyone knows Crystal Palace is not an easy team to play, especially the way they're playing with Oliver Glasner. It's not an easy game to play, so I feel like, as I said before, win your home games, don't lose your away games. Please, win against Everton, don't lose against Crystal Palace. That's all I'm asking for. And that's all I'm going to touch on with Man United today, because we have other things to talk about before we go into predictions. We support a local team here, goes by Vancouver Whitecaps. This is my enemy.
You learn.
Yes.
Through the Western Conference.
You know what?
Finals.
Actually, we are all Kenyans right here. And in 2010, there was a song. A waving flag, a waving flag, a waving flag, a waving flag.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag, a waving flag, a waving flag, a waving flag.
Oh,
All
right. Yes.
Just one chorus.
Yes.
But yeah, easy.
They used to sing when I get older. Now they're much older. Yes.
You're younger than us. That's what I'm saying. I said they, not me. You only the piece.
You're only helping his argument.
Anyway, yes, Vancouver Whitecaps through to the conference final. They beat LAFC in penalties. What a game that was.
It was
We will now pass. I will pass this to the MLS expert, Cairo. Cairo, are you there?
Yeah. You there? Yeah, it's our segment on MLS. It's our segment, Carol. What one? Here there? No?
I can't really hear the studio.
No.
What was that to Ted?
Yes, Cairo. Yes. Please fill us in with the MLS. With the MLS news.
Ted wants us to feel us.
Oh yes. MLS news. It was a wonderful game by the Whitecaps. Really a game of two halves, to be honest. Which it was. The heart rate coming the second half was quite high. The blood was pumping. So we missed quite a few chances in the first half. But wow, Berhalter, Kubas, Ocampo covered every blade of grass in BC Place, most likely. And yeah, he's gonna be great for Canada as well. So that's Patrick Berhalter. He was great midfielder and played a great game. It was actually just a long ball initially. I believe assisted by the keeper.
Yep.
The composer, if I'm not mistaken. And it was great for them to get one, and then another one before the half, and you're thinking, wow, same kind of with Arsenal. You're like, oh,
0 up.
it's easy, we're going to take this. But world class players, regardless of their age or wherever they may be, stepped up. Huan Ming Song took it upon himself. With I believe it's Gumo as well, the left winger of LAFC. Boanga. And the first goal was scruffy, but the second goal which obviously why it got a bit difficult for the Whitecaps was that free kick was actually the second yellow card for one of the defenders, Blackman. So you're looking at that and thinking, okay, hopefully he doesn't score here. There was a long break between obviously the red card and the actual free kick being taken. And somehow Son decided that he was going to be Messi-esque and pretty much score a banger of a free kick. And you're looking at that and thinking, I was thinking, okay, surely not. 2-2, going into extra time, 10 men down, coming up short again to LFC. It's the Canadian, Vancouver Whitecaps. Are we like the Maple Leafs? Are we gonna bottle it? But alas, no. The same man who scored the second goal, Laborda, scored the winning penalty. When we went to penalties, you're looking at possibly Son scoring it, but he picked up a knock, I believe, in the last 4 minutes. So I was quite surprised that he took the first penalty for LAFC, and he ended up missing it. And they did limp back, so I'm pretty sure that if he maybe took the third or fourth penalty, maybe a bit more adrenaline would have been in his system and he would have probably scored it. But I mean, I'm not complaining. At least I don't think we're all complaining. So it's I believe it's a great win. It's a win that brings the team to much close together. Muller as well, he gave it his all, had to be subbed off. He's not his young self anymore. Can't pull a 120 minutes you are on the pitch. So you look at it and maybe you're thinking, the stars are aligning. But on the other end, you're looking at the Eastern Conference side and there's a team that's also making quite a run. Yeah. I know the fans' dream final. Whitecaps versus Inter Miami.
Fingers crossed for that one.
Fingers crossed. What we are hoping for in the next fixtures is a possible, loss for San Diego, which will then mean that the Whitecaps will have the highest seeding on the Western Conference side. Mm-hmm. And seeing as both the two Western Conference teams had the best record, that will then make the final. If we're to win the conference final, then the MLS Cup final will be at BC Place. And some will say, we will be there.
We'll be there. We hope that, yes, that Vancouver does make it to the final in both cases, and we are praying that San Diego loses, with all due respect to San Diego. We hope that they lose so that this can happen, so that we can give you first-hand content, because we will be there. We will make sure that we have someone or all of us at BC Place for those games. Mm-hmm. We hope that happens. Thank you very much, Kyler, for that quick information on the MLS. We appreciate that very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, said. Back to you.
This seems to be interference.
Yeah.
I think somebody's hacked the channel.
Yeah. Seems like there's
sorry, can you hear me? I think it's the Secret Society of Brians that are trying to infiltrate this newscast here.
Yeah.
Sorry, so yes, back to you on the studio.
Thank you very much, Cairo. Thank you very much, Cairo. Yes, that was Cairo speaking to us about the MLS. We appreciate Cairo down there. And yes, that has been the MLS for us. And we are now going to go back to the Premier League to talk about predictions. It's not going to take too long now because we've got two teams that are facing each other this time. We're going to start there. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Give me your thoughts, boys.
It's all up to Maresca. As you saw, if Chelsea decide to have a defensive-minded approach, I believe probably the same thing that happened to Spurs may happen to Chelsea. But if they go at us, then
Bones talking.
Oh, absolutely. With your defense,
okay.
With your defense, oh yeah. We'll open you up.
Yo!
Please. That's called a professional foul. Yes. It's a professional foul.
No one's gonna red card. There ain't no professional foul there.
I'd say I'm probably 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw?
Yeah, 2-2 draw.
That's you opening us up?
No, that's me. I'm saying
it looks like you're gonna open them as well.
If you have the right tactics, 2-2. If you play a defensive mind approach, I'm going 3-1 Arsenal. But I'll say 2-2.
What about you, Alex?
I don't know. Maresca seems to have some way of changing tactics up that's into work better when he's facing teams he quote unquote respects, teams that are generally bigger. We don't play as badly as we play with the teams we're expected to win. So I expect him to bring out all the stops for this one. We both have a tough game during the week as well, so that's also going to play a factor. They are playing their bogey team in the Champions League, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea are playing Barcelona. So both of them, both clubs have some very tough matches to go into that. But at the end of the day, I think that Caicedo was rested for a reason. So I think we're going to come in with a pretty good squad, as good as can be given what we have available. Cole Palmer, unfortunately, will not be there due to his stubbing of a toe in his apartment in London. But let's leave that aside. But yeah, I'm thinking that Chelsea are probably going to win 2-1 to Arsenal. I don't think we can keep a clean sheet against them. Their attack is pretty good. But I think we'll definitely find a way through it and we'll surprise and upset the current title challengers.
Okay, all right. How about you, Mr.
Aren't you what do you mean by upset? Your title challenge?
Even into current title favorite.
Oh, title favorite. Thank you. I mean, if the script writers are working overtime, please, you saw what you did with Eze. If you can do that with Madueke, some people are talking a lot.
No, if the scriptwriters want a good script, they should do that with Alejandro Garnacho.
No, he has nothing to do with that. That's for United.
They still be fading.
Mr. Kimathi?
I think Chelsea we are going to lose. It's just we're gonna lose 3-1, 2-1, but it's going to be a loss. We can't beat Arsenal, not right now.
No, with that attitude we can't.
No, with that attitude. I mean, if your team does stick together, if your defenders are like that,
Cairo, let us just put what is on the table. We are not going to beat you, Chelsea.
Well, we will have to wait and see how that goes.
We're not going to beat Arsenal.
We will have to wait and see how that goes. I think it's going to be an Arsenal win. I think Arsenal wins 2-1.
Yeah. Thank you, Ted.
Next, I don't think there's any other highlight games now over the week. I'm not sure. But I know Man United does play Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. We've not been doing well there last couple of years. I generally think we're going to lose 2-1.
That's what out?
Yeah, we don't do well there.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I know where we are as a team right now. I don't have too many big expectations, but I do think we're going to beat Everton, though. But I don't think we'll beat Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Yeah. But, only time can tell.
Ted, just one more thing.
If you're not
to say.
If you're not speaking about
Prediction?
a prediction.
No. It's not about that. It's because we are all Kenyans, and we have to talk about Senegal versus our team.
That's not
We don't
have the time for it.
We don't have the time for him to do.
We're gonna suggest if we split the MLS and the previews, and then have the.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, but anyway,
But yes, that has been quite the episode. We can't wait for the next round of matches for us and see how it goes. And as always, this has been Fat the Back here and your host here, lovely host. Please, as always, subscribe, like, share, comment. Tell us how much of a fraud you think Prophet Kimathi is. Let us know on a scale of 1 to 100. We've added for you, because we know the scale can be broken in this case.
Tell us how bad or how good Cairo's singing is.
Please, let us know in the comments. Let us know of what you think of the jokes that are said here. If you think that is something that should stay on the show or not. I will take those comments very seriously. Do not worry. But yes, with that, I've been your host, Ed Kodaro, and this has been my co-host, lovely co-host here. And we've always been chilling. Valid.
See you next time. Stay tuned.
Let it all. At the outro.